Welcome back, everyone. It is episode 266 of Super Kelly Brothers podcast for the 15th of September 2024. My name's Sloan Kelly.
My name's Jody Kelly.
And I'm Ron
Welcome.
Horgan.
Welcome.
Welcome. It's been a while. So we weren't here last week.
Apologies.
And the worst possible thing that could happen happened last week. So we'll talk about that in a minute.
You went to Sweden? That's not that bad, is it?
Do you know what? I was watching a podcast, and it was these guys doing van life, and they were saying, I can't believe that we've been in 9 countries in 8 weeks, and I was like, I was in 4 countries before breakfast this morning.
That's right.
Anyway,
Sloan was in Sweden.
I was in Sweden on business. But in order to get to Sweden, you can't fly directly from Glasgow, despite the fact that other people came from further away and they could fly directly to Copenhagen, because you can't get a flight directly to where I was going. But anyway, they got a flight directly there, and I couldn't. I had to go to Schiphol and then to Copenhagen.
You go. We're talking Phineas Fogg? Yeah.
Was it Phineas Fogg?
Yeah.
80 days around the world with Phineas. Yeah, it was Phineas Fogg.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's how I remember it. I sing the jingle.
The song?
Oh. Do you remember his sidekick?
Was it? No.
Passepartout.
What'd you call me?
I said Passepartout.
Bless you.
Gesundheit. So I was away on business this week, so I mostly missed everything this week. So it's a short news. Actually, it's a short news week anyway.
Don't worry, I'll fill you in with the things once they come to me.
Nice. Aye, exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll talk about that a wee bit. But yeah, other than that, I was traveling. When did I go across? Tuesday. I was traveling Tuesday. And I was there until Saturday morning, and then traveled back Saturday, which basically took all of Saturday.
Yeah.
And I caught up on some bits and pieces. I started watching Umbrella Academy on the plane. So yeah. Other than that, I didn't really get a lot of because it wasn't one of those things where it was you could, like, by the time you got back to the hotel room, it was bedtime. It was very intense. It was a great time. I loved it, but it was very, very intense.
Nice.
A lot of socializing and all that kind of stuff. So
nice.
And a couple of beers as well.
No, it would not to. It would not to.
It would have been impolite. It would have been impolite. In fact,
indeed.
So
what's the Swedish beer like? Is it Skål?
So it's mostly like kind of craft breweries. So we went to we went to a place called Tug Burger.
Nice.
Which is Tug Burger, I think it's pronounced that way, but Tug. And it's served beer as well. In fact, quite a lot of the places serve beer. I know it's the eateries.
Burgers and beer.
And I had the local IPA, as it's called there, which I thought was quite a nice name for it.
What's that?
IPA.
Right, IPA.
They call it IPA.
That's cute.
And so I ordered a few of the IPAs. They weren't very IPA-y, I've got to say. They were actually quite drinkable. So that was quite nice.
Yeah, nice.
There you go. They told me the name of it, and I went, one more time. And they told me the name again. I went, just one more time. And I was like, all right, I can't remember that. No. It began with R and ended in Fell, I think. But it was a big, long name, and it probably meant something like, the brewery in the forest or something. But I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know. Anyway, so how was your week? 2 weeks.
Well, it was Danny's birthday. We went to a VR thing, Ubisoft game thing yesterday.
Were you playing like Rainbow Six?
No, they've got like an Assassin's Creed thing there though, which is meant to be really good. It's like a kind of, if you're frightened of heights, apparently it's really good. Because it's like all kind of looking down and you're like crossing over planks of wood and stuff. This one was like a zombie thing where you're like standing in a kind of warehouse car park and all these zombies are kind of coming out at you. Then it goes dark at one point and you're like, you can't barely see them, and then next thing they're on top of you, and the birds get zombified, they're like flying in it, you're like, what?
Oh.
Jeez. And then the ground opens up, and there's like planks of wood you need to cross and stuff. It was pretty weird, pretty good.
Okay.
Fun times. It was me, Danny, Jay, and Danny's pal Lock. So it was good.
Nice.
That was good.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
In Glasgow, near Kinning Park.
That's in the south side, isn't it?
Kinning Park? No, it's like sort of. I don't want to say but it's near Shield Hall. You know where that is?
No.
It's kind of Tradeston area ish.
Oh, okay.
Tradeston.
Right, yeah, I know what. Yeah,
I think it's still this side of the river.
Your side of the river.
Ayrshire side of the river.
Aye, you're on the wrong side of the river.
Well, I beg to differ. But anyway.
Well, I'm not the one making the rules, Jody. I'm just reporting the news. I don't make the news.
Well,
so yeah, that's I'm sorry I missed that then. Because I liked not that I was invited, but
no, you were actually,
but
you couldn't make it.
Was I? All right, okay, yeah, because I was in my bed until like 11 o'clock this morning, recovering. The void, that's the word I was going to say, is very similar to what you described. You get a vest and you get the headset over you.
Yeah.
And then did you get? I take it you got a gun, maybe?
No, it's just controllers. It's the Oculus 3 that you use.
Oh, right.
It's a nice VR set actually. It's really
light,
really light and sleek,
Mhm.
and the controllers are good as well. They don't have the wee band, but anyway, yeah, nice. It's
nice.
good.
They probably don't have the band because they could probably break them if they were,
No, I think the Oculus 3 doesn't have that for some reason. Don't know why.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh,
No,
okay.
that's like the motion tracking thing. You know, the kind of you're holding the kind of handle of it, but there's also a kind of circular thing round.
Yeah,
and it's got a kind of motion tracking. It doesn't have the motion tracking.
Oh, I see. Okay. The void. I don't know how they did it, but we went into the game, and you could go like that with your hand. You didn't have anything on your hand. It was just your hand, and you could see it in the game. And it was a stormtrooper's glove on it. It was brilliant. I really don't know how they did that.
No, I don't know how to do
Amazed.
It's incredible.
Magic, voodoo magic. That's what it is.
That's voodoo.
Or not NVIDIA, depending on which graphics card you're using.
Yeah.
Shall we get to the tea?
I think we better, or else people.
You take too long. Sorry. I thought you said we didn't do too better, and I thought, oh, that's a good introduction. Click, and then you went.
Get on with it. That's what everybody else is shouting.
Exactly.
Hurry up!
Yeah.
Shut up! Don't care about Sweden.
Oh dear.
How
dear. That's not so good.
Oh, mind bending.
That's how did that work?
I don't know.
Oh, technical difficulties. Oh, well, there you go.
Video feedback.
Haven't done it for a couple of weeks, and this is it. This is talk amongst yourselves.
He's fell off the bike.
Sad news, obviously.
The saddest
the
news.
Passing of James Earl Jones, who played. I think he played Darth Vader. Did he?
He played the voice of Darth Vader.
Yeah, I mean, arguably
the greatest villain of all time.
Well, I mean, arguably the actual Darth Vader, because I mean, he's the voice of Darth Vader. He is the personality of Darth Vader. I mean, David Prowse. I mean, because David Prowse was the presence. He was you're a part of the Rebel Alliance. You're a part of the Rebel Alliance and traitor. Now take her away.
Well, but I don't think he was in the suit.
Guy.
David Prowse wasn't in the suit and Return the Jedi that much, was he?
Also, he didn't do the sword fighty things. That was some other guy that did it.
But however, Dave Prowse, to give him his dues, did do the swishy cape thing and the pointy thing, you know.
Yes, exactly. He was very good at the pointy thing.
However, James Earl Jones brought the gravitas with his voice.
Exactly. So um, he tells us a very famous story about him talking to George Lucas about it, and he said he wanted a dark voice, and he's going like, I mean, obviously, not physically dark, but
Yeah,
evil dark
imposing.
and imposing. Yes, and of course James Earl Jones. He always said it's kind of weird because he grew up with a stutter. James
Yeah,
Earl
I
Jones, and
didn't know
obviously
that.
overcame it
Hmm.
and became obviously the most evil person in the galaxy,
Hmm.
as well as um, Simba's
Mufasa.
dad,
Was it
Mufasa.
Mufasa?
He played
Was it
Mufasa.
Mufasa?
Mufasa, yeah, Mufasa, which is a new
Okay.
movie that's coming out. So we get to see the birth of Mufasa,
Yeah.
the origin story of Mufasa.
But his
Um,
voice is going to his voice is going to live on because when they did the Obi-Wan film, they
mhm.
somehow got his voice back to you know when they did the kind of
He aged it.
yeah, they did something to his voice to make him um, fresh the way he was in
Mhm.
the original Star Wars movies.
Yeah,
Because his voice sounded a wee bit tired in Andor. Remember, he lent his voice to Darth Vader and Andor, and it
yeah,
did sound, you can't help sounding your age type thing.
yeah.
Um, but they did something, so they're definitely going to. We'll see Darth again, no doubt, and we'll hear
It's
James Earl's voice again.
it's as Wolverine and sorry, not Wolverine, as Deadpool said. He said you'll be doing this until you're 90. You'll be doing this beyond your grave. Is what's going to happen in
Yep.
Disney. This is going to happen more and more. Is that they're going to ask people to sign their likenesses, whether it's voice likeness or um, physical likeness.
And we've got another story about that pretty soon as
We do
well.
have another story about that.
Funnily enough, but
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, I think you're right. I think he's going to carry on being Darth Vader
Mhm.
in these movies.
In
Um,
perpetuity.
was he used in? Was it? I never really saw the Lion King. I don't think his voice was it James Earl Jones in
I think
the
I
remake, the live action, so called.
I'm not sure if it was. No, no.
I know it wasn't live
But
action. I know it was animated, but when it
he,
looked
he,
like a live action.
yeah, I mean, he was in other movies as well. He was in Field of Dreams,
Yep.
which
Hmm.
he gives this great speech about. I want people to leave me alone. I want people to forget that the '60s ever existed. That's what I want. And,
Yeah.
and Kevin Costner says, "No, no. Do you want some of the concessions?" And he just looks at him and goes, "Be on a dog," and then storms off. I love
Yeah.
that.
I mean, it was
Really good.
loads of. I think he did Driving Miss Daisy on Broadway as well on stage.
He
Uh,
did Fences as well. The Denzel Washington.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm.
He did that. I think I
Where
think it originated with him.
yeah, where what do you call that? The actress that's in that one with him. I can't
Uh,
remember her name. She does some ugly, ugly crying in that movie. Fences. That kind of Oscar
um,
snot crying.
oh yeah,
like
the the Oscar moment.
you got to have saliva stuck to your mouth coming from your
Yeah,
nose type.
yeah.
Oscar moment. That's the kind of
Viola
stuff that
Davis.
wins.
Viola
Viola
Davis is
Davis, my God,
hilarious.
yes,
Is it?
she's great.
Yeah, yeah. Because there was I was watching. It was obviously a lot of time in my hands sitting in airports this week, and I was sitting watching TikTok, and that bit from Fences came up. Like the
Hmm.
son says, "Do you even like me?"
Hmm.
Like that bit, and it was him. It was James Earl Jones doing because it cut to James Earl Jones. I was like, "Whoa,
Hmm.
he did Fences!" So yeah, yeah, just an amazing actor, just
Powerhouse,
the
powerhouse.
best. Yeah, sad to see him going.
Yeah,
But yeah,
iconic.
um, yeah, iconic. Yeah, a great voice, great timbre to his voice as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Deadpool and Wolverine, keeping with Marvel and Disney, I guess. Deadpool and Wolverine have surpassed 1.3 billion at the box office. Do you think they'll make a sequel? Do you think they'll do this until he's 90? You betcha.
I think they will make a sequel. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I hope. I
Wolverine,
hope.
Deadpool, and Wolverine too. I think they could do Wolverine. They could do Deadpool and Wolverine. So they've done that. Then they could do Wolverine and Deadpool.
Yeah. Yeah. I just hope it's going to be good and they do it for the right reasons. Not just because
Money.
the last one made loads of money. They never do it for the right reasons, do they? Really? I mean, look at this Joker 2 that's coming out. $1 billion. They were never going to make a sequel to that originally, but it crossed $1 billion. They're like, I think we should make a sequel to this.
I mean,
And now it's getting
so
bombed a little bit.
let's talk about that for just a sec. So Marty Scorsese was, I think, originally on board to direct it.
He produced
Joker.
he was one of the producers on
Yeah, but
the
he was like a
finished film.
consulting producer or something, which meant that basically it was like, I mean, it's almost a shot-for-shot remake of King of Comedy.
There's a lot of scenes in it that are like,
There's
yeah,
very, very similar.
but it's
The
it's
whole
definitely
made-up story about the his affair with the next door neighbor and all of that kind of stuff, like
it's definitely
all in
meant.
his head.
Yeah, it's definitely meant. It's no coincidence. They've
So
done it on purpose.
if that's the case, what's there's no way I'm going to pronounce this. So
What's
I'm going
this
to
one going to be based on?
What's this one going to be based on then?
Maybe New York, New
Raging
York.
Bull?
Remember that one with Liza Minnelli? New York, New York.
Oh yeah.
It was like a kind of comedy
De Niro
musical.
was in that?
Yeah, yeah. It was like a comedy
Yeah.
musical. A kind of hark back to the classic Hollywood times. It's a great film.
See,
Really, some really funny stuff from De Niro in that film as well.
I was actually thinking it might be Pennies from Heaven.
Aye, aye. Good shout, actually.
Because
Yeah.
it's that kind of, because Pennies from Heaven, I don't know if New York, New York has got it, but the Pennies from Heaven thing is everything happens inside it's because it's from, what's his name, Potter? Is it Potter? Is it the author's
Dennis
name?
Potter.
Dennis Potter. Because he was having these fever dreams when he was dealing with that skin condition that he had.
Yeah.
And all that kind of happens in his head. All the musical stuff happens in his head, and then there's like drama outside of the musical thing. And I wonder if that's going to be like the same kind of idea. Is like they're going to do all these big musical numbers, but they're not actually going to be like New York is not going to be dancing. It's going to be people
All in his head.
but he's going to be
definitely.
he's going to see it as a big musical number.
Well, there's a big element in the original one that was in his head. The relation. Spoilers here, but the relationship that he had with his neighbor, the female neighbor and stuff, that was all in his head.
Domino from Deadpool.
Yes, it was. Yeah, that's a good shout, actually. See, Pennies from Heaven. Do you remember they did the movie as a kind of remade it as a movie with RDJ in the lead role?
I will go one better than that.
Go for it.
Mel Gibson was tapped for doing that movie. He was going to do the lead role.
Oh, was he?
And because he was sponsoring RDJ at the time, he said, this would be a good movie for you. And I think he was exec producing it. I'm not sure what the story was, or he was producing it, or whatever it is, or maybe even directed it. Look it up.
That's funny because
he got RDJ in to do it.
I saw Robert Downey Jr. recently talking about like Mel Gibson was in the kind of in the background, and Robert Downey Jr. was talking about Mel Gibson, how he helped him get out of his his problems. Wonder why that was. That came up recently in my feed.
Steve Martin was in the original movie version.
Oh, that's right. I forgot there was an original movie.
Yeah.
Who was it? Oh, it was Michael Gambon, wasn't it? It was in the TV series. You see. So it's 3 times it's been made. Well,
no, it wasn't. Sorry, it's not Pennies from Heaven that he was in. It was Singing Detective.
Yes, Singing Detective. But Pennies from Heaven was the Robert Downey Jr. one.
Yeah. No, Singing Detective was the Robert Downey Jr. one.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Keith Gordon.
Can we cut all that bit out that we've just been saying?
I will just cut. Yeah, it's fine.
That's fine. Just
that'll be
all that out.
Yeah,
absolute rubbish.
It's fine.
Anyway, we weren't talking about. We were. What were we talking about?
Deadpool
When
and
did that-
Wolverine.
Oh, so we are. Aye. Yeah, so what were you going to say about Deadpool Wolverine? I'm assuming box office. Or just a sequel. It's going to be a sequel.
It's going to be a sequel, yeah. Do you think
Aye.
they'll back the money truck up?
Yeah, man. I mean, they're
100%.
definitely.
I mean,
They'll do six. They'll do 6 movies together, maybe.
yeah. So they
do 9 movies together.
It was 211 million it cost to make this movie, and they've made 1.3 billion.
The thing is, they can't keep doing them together, though.
No.
Who would have thought that Hugh Jackman would have been playing that character for so long? Hugh Grant. imagine Hugh Grant.
Terribly sorry.
It's been recast. Yeah, who would have thought? I mean, what age is he? 58.
Somewhere, yeah.
It's amazing. Looks.
Yeah, he does.
Have you seen? You went to see it, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Aye. That bit when
he's 55.
That bit when he's yeah, but still, that bit when his top falls off and things. Even I spat out my Dr. Pepper all over myself.
Well, I would spit out the Dr. Pepper as well. It's disgusting over in the UK. There, I said it.
I love it.
I hate Dr. Pepper in the UK. They've ruined it.
Well, you better get used to it. That's all I can say.
I'm not drinking it. There's a wee place up the road from us, and he does. I'll ignore that. And they do import sodas, and I'll be there.
I can't believe it. So when you're in Canada, you're getting import Iron Brew or whatever. Now in Scotland, you're going to get
Iron Brew. I never get import Iron Brew. No. I don't like Iron Brew.
Tennent's Lager.
Mother's
Pride.
No, Warburton's. It was
Warburton's. Sorry.
We paid £8 for a loaf of Warburton's.
Wow.
And I think in Asda I bought a loaf today and it was £1.50.
Aye, probably.
Rip off Britain.
There's a guy going at my work. He's going across to Canada to work. He's going to see what it's like for a year. I was like, you'll be back in 2 weeks. You'll miss your square sausage.
You will. I'll tell you something. That without a word of a lie is true. I don't know any meat eating Scottish person that doesn't like a good Lorne sausage.
Oh, I can't beat it. You
can't see that.
Don't you worry. You'll get one when you're over here. When you're coming over this week, I'll get a wee square sausage. Don't you worry.
And potato scone as well. Put a wee Thai scone in there.
Oh, put a wee Thai scone in there, of course.
Aye,
it's hand in hand. Aye,
exactly. It's like you be like, where's the Thai scone? I'm not staying here again.
Exactly.
And everyone's like, finally.
Oh, only inwardly.
She's listening to the podcast just now. No Thai scones.
Aye.
And brown sauce.
Brown sauce, of course. Yeah.
What are we talking about again? Oh, Wolverine.
Aye.
It's an entertainment podcast, is this?
I think we're over it. Right, we're past Wolverine now.
Right, okay, aye. So we mentioned it earlier on. Star Wars movie, I don't know why it says Star Wars movie, sued for digital recreation of Peter Cushing's appearance. So let me just...
I don't get this, by the way.
I don't get this story. I don't get this either.
Because they got permission from... This is the story in a nutshell, right? They got the permission from Peter Cushing's estate, right?
Yep.
And Peter Cushing's estate didn't even know that he had signed his likeness to this other company. And now this company are coming out the woods after having seen Andor, that little tiny independent movie that hardly anyone saw.
It wasn't Andor, it was Rogue One.
Sorry, Rogue One came out, and now they're saying it after Rogue One came out. How long ago? 8 years ago or something?
So yeah,
no,
I don't get this. So it's apparently his friend or something was involved. Was to do with this or something. It says in here, John Knoll, who served. I love this. John Knoll, who served as VFX supervisor in Rogue One. John Knoll, who is a living legend and created Photoshop. That John Knoll.
Mm-hmm. And he pitched Rogue One as well, which is
Yeah,
now a
it was his
successful
idea. Yeah.
Andor as well. You could argue
Yep.
that, you know, that's his baby.
He's quite clever, is what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
We're both trying to say, I should say.
Oh yeah, Photoshop,
Anyway,
no doubt. Yeah.
so Lunac Heavy Industries and Cushing's agency are the executors of his estate. So they're protesting against the claims they didn't need permission to recreate Cushing image when A New Hope was remastered in 1997, and that $37,000 or £28,000 was paid to his estate to clear the use of his appearance. So yeah, this is not good. But I didn't think you could. So I mean, I can't like. Let's say somebody somebody makes a likeness of you. I don't know why either, but somebody makes a likeness of you, and I decide I'm going to sue on your behalf because they shouldn't have made a likeness, and you're going, it's fine, it's okay. How's that possible? Like, how can I do that? How can I be offended on your behalf and also sue on your
I'll be
behalf
honest
if
with you.
you're not offended? I'm
If you take on
confused.
Disney, the lawyers are going to be better than yours, and
Well, some of the lawyers are going to be better than yours because remember that Disney Plus agreement.
right.
The women do you remember the woman recently?
No.
She unfortunately passed away. She was in, I think she had an anaphylactic shock or something, or she ate peanut and it killed her anyway. And she unfortunately died. And Disney said, "Well, actually,
In Disney parks.
according to your Disney Plus subscriber agreement, you agreed that you couldn't sue the company." And the judge
Fascinating.
went, "No, do you not know about this?"
I didn't know that. I never read the small print, but why would you? Who does?
Exactly.
I'm sure there was a
Disney
short
Plus.
story about that.
Uh,
Actually, was it like Black Mirror or something? And the person never read the small print, and it's like led to the person's death.
oh no. Oh no. How is it unavailable? Oh, never mind.
Anyway, don't worry about it.
Right. No, it's fine. No, I've got it. All right. You're gonna love this. They didn't, but you're gonna love this. So this is the story of Mr. Piccolo, I believe his name is.
Mr. Peekable.
Piccolo. Jeffrey Piccolo filed a wrongful death lawsuit against Disney and the owners of a restaurant after his wife died in 2023 from a severe. Oh, this is at Raglan Road. I remember this now. From a severe allergic reaction after eating at the theme park. It wasn't actually at the theme park, it was actually at Raglan Road, which is part of Disney Springs, but that's another story. However, Disney argued its terms of use, which Mr. Piccolo agreed to when creating his Disney account in 2019, means they have to settle out of court. We are deeply saddened by the family's loss and understand their grief, Disney said in a statement. Given that this restaurant is neither owned nor operated by Disney, we are merely defending ourselves against the plaintiff's attorney's attempt to include us in a lawsuit against the restaurant. The couple had dined at Raglan Road, an Irish-themed pub located in Disney Springs as part of the vast Walt Disney complex in Orlando, Florida. So they're saying that because you signed up for this Disney Plus thing, it's against the terms and conditions. Where is it? A person signs up for a Disney Plus account, even free trials that are not extended beyond the trial period have forever waived the rights to a jury trial.
It's quite amazing they write that into a streaming subscription, though, isn't it?
Yeah. So
That's
basically,
a bit creepy.
if something happens to you while you're streaming, you can't go to a jury trial, which basically means you got to go through like arbitration and stuff, and like spend more money essentially.
So all the people that didn't like Acolyte can't sue Disney because for it.
That's kind of funny.
Wasting their time.
Haha. So yeah, there you go. Did you not know about that? The Raglan Road.
Wasn't big news over here.
No. Should have been tourist. Heavy tourist spot. People like to go there. Moving along. Fake retro game ring worth 50 million euros has been smashed in Italy. This is the illegal, what they're calling the illegal trafficking of software. Now, when I were a kid, we used to call it pirating. It used to be pirating. We'd get cassette tape, and we'd get blank cassette tape, and we'd auto dub between the two. None of these highfalutin copying ROMs nonsense.
Yeah. so okay.
We'd have to get on back, drive to our friend's house, C15 in hand, mind. And
was a C15 15 minutes on one side and 15 on the other, or was it 15 on one side?
It's 7.5 minutes on both sides because it's the total.
Was that what it was?
A C90 was 45 minutes each side.
Unless you had one of those fancy tape recorders that extended your. Or was that just video? Extended your.
That was just video. Yeah. You could instead of a 4-hour cassette, you could have an 8-hour cassette.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
That's right. You could have 16 episodes of Coronation Street that no one wanted to watch.
Yeah. Fancy
pants.
Fancy that.
And then while one tape was getting copied, we'd rewind it, going like that with our big pens, like we were at a football match, going, way. And you try telling the youth of that today with a random access memory.
Right, so what's the point to this apart from your Hovis advert?
I don't know. No, it's
What's this ring you're talking about?
I want to be a writer, a bloody writer. Oh no, it's sorry, he wants to be a miner. Sorry, the dad's a writer. That's the joke, and I've ruined the joke now. Anyway,
what about this ring that gets smashed?
Right. It's those dodgy video games that you get on Amazon where it's like thousands of video games for £5 and you buy
it. Pandora's box,
that kind of stuff. Yeah. So apparently it's run out of Italy. Who knew? So they import the machines from China. China, and they then sell them on to people on Amazon.
Right.
They got them. It's such a technicality. They got them because they weren't pat tested, essentially.
Right.
So the wires weren't connected up properly, and so they were technically illegal that way. And then therefore they get rid of them. So there you go.
Yeah. I used to watch a lot of stuff about like arcade 1-up and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you find out a lot that there's things not connected properly, which is pretty shoddy, really.
That's pretty bad, actually.
Yeah. Or soldered properly or whatever, soldered properly because it comes in bits, so you do have to plug in, the audio cables and things into speakers and whatnot, or into the main, joystick thing, hub. But okay, nice one. I'd quite like one of those Pandora boxes, though. I've seen them advertised.
They're legal so here's the thing: is they're illegal in the EU. I don't know if they're illegal in the UK. Well, they probably are illegal in the UK because of copyright law, but I don't know if they're like. Well, they must be because the European Union's a major trading partner, so they still have to go with the same laws, kind of thing.
Yeah, don't know. I think I'm giving up on it anyway.
It's like having a dodgy box, and if anyone knows, they know.
Oh yeah.
Jody, you had a story about Robert Pattinson might be appearing in The Penguin.
Well, this is what I've not read this anywhere, but basically what it is the Penguin HBO show is coming out soon, and Matt Reeves was on talking about it, and he's saying no, Matt, old Matt, the director, and he was saying that the Penguin TV series is set between the Batman and the Batman sequel. So will there be an overlap? I'm just thinking, will there be an overlap, and we'll see the Battison. See what I did there?
I can answer that question right now. Matt Reeves said no.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. He says no.
Yeah, but they always say no, don't they?
He says no.
Well, I suppose he could hype it up and say, maybe.
Oh, who knows? Maybe you play your cards right.
Aye.
All that kind of stuff. He says no. He says no. Computer says no. Jared Leto
has killed that story to death.
Jared Leto has reportedly been offered the role of Skeletor in Masters of the Universe movie. Is that a bit?
Apparently, this is happening. This Masters Universe movie, the He-Man thing. He-Man's been cast. It was the guy that was in that movie with that woman that's in Prime right now. It's like a romance thing. No, it was
brilliant. This one, yeah.
It was. I'm only kidding. It's the guy that was in that thing with. Who was it played by Catwoman again? And
Eartha Kitt.
Christian Bale one. Eartha Kitt. She started. There was some romance thing with Kate. What's her name? Good. Help me out here.
Zooey Deschanel. Zoe Kravitz.
No, before that, on the old somebody help me out in the comments here. I'm floundering. Oh God, I can almost get a
Catwoman in what? Michelle Pfeiffer?
No, the Christian Bale Batman.
Anne Hathaway.
I think I've just shaved about an hour off my life.
Shaved a bit off everybody's life.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, she starred in some sort of romancy thing.
Jody, people listen to this on Monday mornings. They'll be punching their headline on the car listening to this in the commute.
I apologise.
Anne Hathaway!
Anyway. Anne Hathaway, you bloody idiot! Pure giving them road rage.
Do you know what punching the headliners from?
What?
When you punch the headline, that kind of thing. Do you know what that's from?
Falling Down. Michael Douglas.
No, Raising Arizona when they forget the kid.
Oh, of course. Yeah, so it was the young lad who's the romantic interest. She's the older female. He's young. It's romantic-y thing. The point is, right, you've probably forgotten what the point is.
Folks. No.
But the point is, the young lad in that is playing He-Man in the Masters Universe movie.
Brilliant. Glad we got there.
Thanks, guys.
Do you want to see a trailer?
Yes, please. I need a rest now.
See a trailer, boy.
Yeah, boy.
All right, let's who wants to see a trailer? Who's a good boy? Go find the good boy. Let me hold on. Let me just figure out where the trailers are. Oopsies. All right, let's start off with the first trailer.
Okay, we need to say what it is for the people in audio land.
Have you heard that they are making a Minecraft movie?
Oh, Minecraft movie, yes.
Here's the trailer.
Okay.
So let me just present the window there.
Now, this will be Jack Black's, let me see now.
115th movie.
2, 3. It's not Jack Black's fourth foray into video game movies.
He doesn't play video games either. It's weird.
I don't play video games anymore.
I don't play video games. Except a little Fallout 4. Don't play video games. Are you ready? Are we ready?
Yeah, go for it. You're playing the audio as well.
Yes.
Is the mad? I need to make this big. How did they manage to get the Beatles to agree to this? This looks like green
What the hell?
green hell horribleness. Although to be fair, it's not really for us. This is it. Kids will love it. And I showed Danny this. He was like, "We're going to see that."
Who are you?
I am Steve.
Of course.
So have you seen the memes?
Okay.
No?
This guy is such a tool bag.
Okay.
April the 4th next year. Yeah, so if you want to go and see that, you'll go on YouTube and be either impressed or unimpressed. Were you impressed?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm trying to find the backlash.
Looks as if there's
So
no
people are-
practical stuff in that at all. Looks all CGI. It might as well be just in front of Minecraft there, I suppose. The game, stood in front of a big screen. I don't know, man. We'll go and see it, I suppose. Yeah, so Jack Black, just going back there, Jack Black's done. Could you count Jumanji, the sequel, as a computer game movie, technically?
Maybe.
Super Mario, he played Bowser.
I can't find it. Maybe somebody's removed it.
This one, obviously. Minecraft.
Yeah.
And what was his other one? There's four. Oh, Borderlands. Borderlands, they played the wee robot.
Borderlands, yeah, played the Claptrap.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There you go.
One more. Let's see if we can get ourselves cancelled. This is the franchise.
Beatles will definitely cancel us there, by the way.
Oh yeah, the 100% the Beatles will have sunk us. In fact, if anybody's watching this, I'll be amazed. This one is about the franchise. It's from Armando Iannucci, who's very famous person from Dundee.
Yep.
And it is about they're trying to produce a new superhero movie. And they're having problems. Daniel Brew is in it as well. And there's a few famous people obviously in it, but obviously Armando Iannucci. And I think Sam Mendes, is it Sam Mendes that's involved in it? Anyway, there's one of the directors from James Bond is involved in it. But Armando Iannucci has done Veep, and he also did In the Thick of It and
Death of Stalin.
Death of Stalin, which is a great movie. But yeah, let's take a look at this. This is the franchise, which is coming to Sky and HBO. The guy from Yesterday's in it as well.
Yeah. It reminds me a wee bit of the Apple TV show about the computer game development.
Mythic Quest, yeah.
Mythic Quest. Even better. That'll be
That's
good.
not a good. That is a terrible tagline, by the way, Sky. Just saying.
Even better.
Sky believing better.
Yeah.
That's like the BBC saying Sky's better. BBC's new tagline is, "You should watch Sky."
Okay, well, I see what you mean now. Yeah, kinda.
I'm just saying, guys.
Yeah.
Shall we do the what you watching?
I've written it down.
Can you read what you've written down?
Just wait till I get my glasses. They're in the kitchen. Hold on. Oh, joke.
Can you imagine? Oh no, he's off. What happened? Where's the camera?
Okay.
Your camera's gone. Hello?
What?
Your camera's no longer there. I can hear you. Well, you obviously can't hear me.
What the heck?
You've done something.
That's it.
There you go. You're back.
I pressed a button
Did you?
accidentally.
Right, your
What?
phone's beside the mic, and
I
we're getting.
accidentally. Oh, for goodness sake. This is going well. Right, okay.
We're getting a new
Um,
mouse droid.
We went to the pictures and we went to see
you?
Revenge of the Sith, a little unknown movie by an up and coming director, George Lucas.
Giorgio Lucas.
Now, if you've got issues with the Acolyte being stupid and dumb and a bit cheesy and a bit, hamming things up and all that, go and see that film. Go and see that film. It's
I don't-
very
so-
hammy.
Is it as hammy as the previous movie in the trilogy?
Yeah, I think it is. Actually. I think
Is it?
is. Yeah.
Is it?
Do you know? It's still probably my favourite out of the three, apart from bits of the first. I really enjoy bits of Phantom Menace. I enjoy bits of Attack of the Clones, but the cringy bits in Attack of the Clones are just off the scale for me. And the droid factory sequence,
I hate
the
droid
head
factory.
swapping sequence and all that.
The droid factory. You mentioned about the Minecraft. I mean, the droid factory sequence is just
That's outrageous.
CGI. It's just a page that says "do this in CGI" in the script. It's just dumb.
Yeah,
It's not
but
clever, it's dumb.
yeah, I mean the Palpatine's really hamming it up, and he's
pretty good at doing
pantomime
that.
villain, but he's great in it. He's brilliant. You know what I mean?
All that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
Ian McGregor's doing his
Right.
best, obviously.
Not to laugh.
Anakin, I feel sorry for Anakin in this. Hayden Christensen.
Yeah.
Natalie
He
Portman.
basically gets used a lot in this. Like he's just this.
I do like him, and I think what he's done since then, even though
Jumpers.
Obi-Wan the TV series had its, obviously had its faults, but
Aye.
he's been good in that. He's been good in Ahsoka and stuff. So yeah. But it was great to see. But there was some kids I had to tell to shut up.
Really?
Yeah, because they were literally having a conversation in the cinema. Not even sort of, whispering to each other. I was like, "Hey, shut up!" And then people, when we came out, there was somebody went, "I've waited 20 years to see that in the cinema. These young boys chatting, blah 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 blah." I thought to myself, "Well,
was he complaining to the staff?
What?
Was he complaining to the staff?
I don't know. It was Danny told me I was in the toilet.
All right, okay.
So The Perfect Couple. Have you seen this one on
No.
Netflix? It's a kind of crime thing. Sorry, it's not on Netflix. I think it's on Disney. It's on Disney.
Okay.
And it's about a perfect couple. She gets kidnapped. He gets accused of it. And then it starts getting all twisty and turny. And it's really good.
Is that not just the same as that an American Horror Story, whatever it's called?
No, it's not like that.
American Nightmare.
No, it's not like that. No,
Okay.
it's not. I thought it was going to be like, how sometimes they do that.
Uh-huh.
There's a version of the story, but no, it's not. It's a totally different
Uh-huh.
thing. And that's good. It's good. Outlast, the Netflix thing.
Outlast.
Second season. You love it as well. I love it. Was it as good as the first season?
Oh, yes. Right. I want to talk about that.
Have you watched it all?
Please stop talking about it. I haven't watched it all.
Right, okay. Anyway, I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it.
I started watching it on Sunday, and we watched another episode on the Monday, and then the rest of the week I was away, and so I haven't actually watched it. The first episode, that guy, I was like, it's day one, dude.
Straight away.
Calm down. 0 to 60.
Yeah.
That guy, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like four teams are dumped in.
I'm looking at the monitor and I'm like,
is it Alaska? They get dumped in Alaska?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And they've got to survive. There's no really any rules. They can kind of sabotage each other's camps and stuff, and
Yeah.
they can cross into, kind of cross over into if they're accepted by the other teams and things.
The other thing as well is you have to win. You can only win by being part of a team. You cannot win solo.
Yeah, that's right. Mhm.
So you have to be
Yeah.
part of a team, and also you can be kicked out by your team. You can
Yep.
join other teams.
Yep.
All of that kind of stuff can happen.
Yeah, it's a great show, great
And I
premise.
think you get like 24 hours to
24
join
hours.
another team.
That's right.
And then the clock starts ticking as soon as the event happens.
Yeah.
But there's been a few, kind of interesting things that have happened.
No, it's good. It is good.
So yeah, I like it.
I saw Beetlejuice, the new movie. It's out just now in the cinema.
Sam saw it as well.
And we also watched Beetlejuice, the first one as well, just to get prepped. So we watched both of them.
So you watched Beetlejuice?
There's a third one. That'll be the third one. Oh God, you've said it now. You can't say it 3 times. You don't know that. There he is behind you. He's behind you. Yeah, so
I'm in the attic with a map.
If you like the first one, you'll like the
Nice
new
model.
one. It's great. Just as entertaining, just as daft and funny and kind of goofy. And
Some said
although
she hadn't seen the first one.
I thought Michael Keaton might have been in it a wee bit more.
He said that they didn't want to do it. They wanted to be like Jaws and only appear in bits. They didn't want to like oversaturate the movie with that character. And I think it's. I think in the original movie he's not in it that much though, is he?
Not really. He's probably in the new one about the same amount of time.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more, but an hour and 5 minutes in, and he's not really been in it that much. And then the kind of last half hour or so. I mean, it doesn't outlast either. It's only an hour and a half, an hour and 35 minutes.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
So it's tight.
Yeah.
And it's very, if you like Tim Burton and all that, it's very Tim Burton-y. And it's got a lot of the stuff from the first one and things like that.
Danny Elfman theme?
What?
The theme was by Danny Elfman?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's high Tim Burton stuff.
Tim Burton.
I never thought that Beetlejuice though was his best work, I must say.
You were
for me, I'm a big Tim Burton fan, but for me, it's been Edward Scissorhands, Batman, Edward, and Sleepy Hollow, fantastic.
Oh, Sleepy Hollow is a great movie. Why does Edward Woodward have so many D's in his name?
I don't know. Why does he have so many D's?
Because if he didn't, he would just be Iwa Woowa.
Anyway, I watched Trap, the movie that was out in the cinema.
I wanted to watch that. Yeah.
It's really good. I really enjoyed it. It's
on TV.
No, well, you can. It's digital download. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah. It's really good. It's not as when I saw the trailer for it, I thought, "Oh, this is real thriller serious stuff." It's not. Mm-hmm. It's very played much kind of winking at the camera type, tongue in cheek kind of. Not quite winking at the camera, but there's a lot of kind of.
Yeah.
It's very knowing. It's very kind of self-aware type thing. It's really quite good. I really quite enjoyed it. Better than I thought I would enjoy it actually.
Yeah.
And then of course, did you finish Grand Tour?
I did, yes. Should we talk about Grand Tour?
I watched it as well. The final one.
I'm gonna say what I said. I was gonna say what I said because I thought of it in the moment and I thought that's actually quite good. Could pull that from the.
I'm so poignant.
Exactly. Yeah. So I said that that people use the phrase, "Oh, that's the end of an era." They always say, "Oh, that's the end of an era," and this actually felt like this was the end of an era for me, anyway. I mean, 22 years these guys have been doing car shows together, and they have been
I feel like you
almost
should have
from day
sorry, I feel like you should have the
in the background. You know? Anyway, and this is for Jeremy, Richard, and James.
Aye, really sad music.
Play Jessica. But this feels like at the end of an era, and I did say, pun intended, it's the end of the road for car shows, because it's like, follow that. It's like it's a mic drop. It's like, how do you top the Grand Tour?
Well, like they said in the show, how are you meant to do a car show about white goods, as they described
goods, yeah.
electric cars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm all about the ice. I like in the combustion engine. I'm a big fan of the internal combustion engine cars, and it's not. I get it, ruining the planet and all that kind of stuff. But you know what? So is Taylor Swift ruining the planet, and she's a billionaire, and yet she gets away
Taylor
with it.
Swift.
She's got a replane that she takes 20-minute jumps to other places to pick up the eggs, and then jumps
I don't know
back
what
to
this
her
is.
house.
Any chance you get to?
I'm just saying.
Get
I'm just
down
saying.
on Taylor Swift.
Says the guy who took 4 planes this week.
Are you?
There was lots more
was,
people on there.
It was really good, but I did feel as if. Did you notice that they didn't really do any dangerous stuff?
P there said, "Oh yeah, they're getting too old for it."
There was no dangerous stuff, and it was quite kind of low key. I thought, compared to the other things they've done.
I thought they were funnier themselves, because they were taking a mickey out of themselves, like you were saying. What's Hammond going to do now? Well, he's going to have to appear in pantomime, and then they started calling them buttons.
Aye,
that was funny as well. And then they were talking about the cars, and they were quite funny about that. And so there was all these kind of like funny quips and things. I thought they were a lot funnier that way, but it was kind of like a greatest hits of all the stuff that they've done through the years.
Yeah.
But the bit I loved though was the bit at the very end where they started to merge.
Spoilers.
They started to merge I won't mention what it is, but they started to merge the
old
first special
with
this special. And that was kind of like, oh my god, that was really cool.
It didn't quite get tear jerky, but
no, I don't think it did. No, it was. I mean, it's hard. Like, it's hard to feel, oh, I'm never going to see these guys again. It's like, and then you stop watching that program, rewind it to like 4 seasons ago, and then watch, Carnage à Trois or something. Like, they're still there. You can still watch them. You can still watch the Bolivian special, all that kind of stuff, and they're still there for enjoyment. Clarkson still is Clarkson's Farm. The production company that they use for it is basically consists of all the people that did Top Gear.
Well, the Grand, how he's opened that pub?
Not Top Gear, the Grand Tour, sorry.
Aye, the pub that he's opened down south, near his farm. It's got remember when they first started the Grand Tour? They're in that tent. That's they've got that tent set up.
Oh, really?
Pub. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's huge, by the way. Huge, big thing. Yeah.
Road trip.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea.
Yeah. Have a Hawk's Head or whatever it's called. Hoxton.
That's the one. Yeah, Hoxton.
I
was actually going to buy a keg of that for you coming down.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't though. So we're too excited. So that was me. Pretty fun times watching this week.
Yeah. Me? Is it my turn?
Yeah.
I did actually watch some things.
Nice.
I watched the death of Air McNair, who was Steve McNair, who was a quarterback for the Tennessee Titans. Used to be the Houston Oilers, but they moved teams and became the Tennessee Titans.
Yep. I
will save you all 58 minutes. The girlfriend did it.
I was going to watch that.
You don't need to know.
58 minutes. They took 58 minutes to tell that story. Was that Netflix?
Minutes. So here's the thing, right?
Was it Netflix?
You could have solved it within the first 2 minutes yourself. Because it starts off with, oh my God, I just found my best friend. He's lying in a pool of his own blood, and his girlfriend's there beside him. And then it cuts to the detective. Air McNair was found with 4 bullet holes, and the girlfriend was found with a single shotgun wound to her head. Oh, do you wonder who did this? You don't need to be Columbo to figure this out.
Yeah, okay.
So
Okay,
anyway,
so what else did you watch
Squirrel-
then? Let's skip over that one.
Skip over that one. I watched Only Murders in the Building, which is still very good. Zach Galifianakis is in it. Eugene Levy's in it. Eva Longoria is in it. And because they're this season, they've got so famous that they're getting a movie made of them, much to their annoyance. But they also have to solve a murder that happened at the end of season 2 as well. So there's a lot of guest stars in it. Camille Nanjiani's in it as well. You know, the Asian guy from
good
Shireen's cousin from the news.
Oh, sorry, no, aye.
Paul Kind is in it as well. You'd recognise Paul Kind as soon as you saw him. And there's another couple of people in it I can't remember. But yeah, anyway, so it's still good fun. And then for movies, we went a bit old school, sort of old school, not recent releases. We watched 2 movies back to back on Friday and Saturday. Not this Friday and Saturday, but the previous Friday and Saturday.
Yeah.
We watched Spy, the Melissa McCarthy movie.
Jude Law.
It's dumb. It's so dumb, that movie, but it's very funny, and I really like it. Like there's a lot. Like Rose Byrne is just as the sort of the boss lady.
I don't think I've seen that film.
She's brilliant.
You said you've spoken about it before, but I don't think I've seen it. Yeah.
Jason Statham's really good as well. He plays this character who's like just full of himself.
Yeah. Rings a bell right enough, but yeah.
And then we were out in a bite, as Tim Curry once said, on Saturday, and Anime said, "Hey, we haven't seen Men in Black in ages. We should watch that tonight." So we watched it. It's an hour and a half. Just saying, people out there making 17-hour movies.
The perfect length of a movie.
Perfect length of a movie, 90 minutes, 3 acts. There you go. You do the math. 30 minutes an act. It's perfect. There is nothing wrong with that movie.
The perfect movie.
It's not the perfect movie, but there's nothing wrong with it.
No, I mean, it was decent. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. Like there's a lot of charming moments in it. There's Tommy Lee Jones is brilliant playing the straight laced guy.
Yeah.
Will Smith is very funny in it as well as playing the new kid in town. And then the supporting cast are just great as well. Vincent D'Onofrio.
Oh God, that's right. He's the farm guy.
He plays the farmer.
That changes.
Earl. Yeah. That becomes the big giant alien. And Rip Torn as well. He's in it as well. Yeah. But yeah, that's it. That's all we wrote.
Nice.
And as James said, electric cars are too expensive.
Yeah, and lithium batteries are the modern slavery as well. So
there's the cost of electric vehicles is crazy because of all these parts whizzing around the planet. I mean, they make the batteries in one place, get the raw materials from there, then get the thing there, and then ship the batteries over to it just doesn't work in the grand scheme of things. Anyway, and also I don't think electric is scalable. To be honest, I don't think we've got enough power in the grid for everybody to have it. And also, people who live in flats. Let's think about this.
One's off on a tangent.
How do you charge a car up? What a 1,000-meter extension cord
from the top flat of your house.
To the top flat of the house. And it's like the flats are like a maypole of just electric cords.
I think the other people that are buying the electric cars will be.
I don't think the people that I don't think they are now. No. Anyway, and here's what you would have won: an electric car. He's plugged it into his balcony along with his jacuzzi.
Is there electric boats? Or was that just suicide?
No, that's just stupid. No, did you not see Trump talking about electric boats?
No.
He's talking about electric. It's so funny. He's talking about electric boats, and he's going, these boats now they're electric. Oh, bad news. Because, if the boat starts to sink, you're going to get it's going to be electric shocks. And then you jump in the water, and then you got to deal with the sharks. It's either you're going to get shot, or you're going to get the sharks, or it's whatever it's going to be. Guy's insane.
Guy's a numbskull.
Yes. They're eating the dogs in Springfield.
Yeah, that's according to him.
Aye. Anyway, if you like what you see,
Another rambling end to this podcast.
I know. We made it. We're only 7 minutes over, but we did start 7 minutes late. So smash the old like button and share if you like what you heard. See, and if you want timely reminders of when we put something new up, don't forget to hit the old subscribe button and notification bell, and YouTube will let you know when we put something up. But the important one, of course, is to smash the old like button and share, comment, all that kind of stuff. If you share on social media, it does help the channel.
Subscribe
and subscribe as well, please.
And thanks, James, for your comments.
Yes, thank you very much.
Appreciate it, mate. Appreciate
James. It. And also thank you very much for all of you who were watching this live. Yeah. Hopefully, I'll be a bit more cognizant next week. But until next time, thank you all for watching, and we'll catch you next one. Bye-bye.
Cheers, guys.